Hey folks, welcome. And Dan here again with some thoughts on writing. I put this series together that I think lifts up or attempts to lift up and celebrate great writers. And so we continue to learn from their artistry, right? Learn from what they employ as the author's craft so that we can benefit as writers and learn from them. And today we get to celebrate one of my favorite writers, and that is Sandra Cisneros. And yes, I'm going to read one of the most famous chapters that I've ever experienced in my life. Seriously. I know you know the chapter. It is called My Name. It is from the house on Mango Street, and we have a lot to learn from it. So let's jump right in. And this whole chapter is like 5 paragraphs. I could read the whole chapter to you, but today I'm going to read just a couple of sentences, and follow along with me. The chapter is called My Name. In English, my name means hope. In Spanish, it means too many letters. It means sadness. It means waiting. It is like the number 9, a muddy color. It is the Mexican records my father plays on Sunday mornings when he is shaving. Songs like Sobbing. I mean, come on now. Come on now. What? That is so unbelievably beautiful and simple and to the point. And so we have this girl, Esperanza, thinking back on her name and her struggles with her own name, and then tying that to her memories of her father. Later in the chapter, it talks about her grandmother, and it's just so beautiful. Okay, now let's go a little bit further. Still, she's thinking back here. At school, they say my name funny, as if the syllables were made out of tin and hurt the roof of your mouth. But in Spanish, my name is made out of something softer, like silver, not quite as thick as my sister's name, Magdalena, which is uglier than mine. Magdalena, who at least can come home and become Nenny. But I am always Esperanza. I mean, wow, just a beautiful piece of writing. Not surprisingly, from Sandra Cisneros. And a couple of things I want to point out in this chapter that I think maybe they're obvious things that we can maybe incorporate in our own writing. One is the power of the short sentence. We'll talk about that a lot in this series. We've talked about the longer sentence, and we'll come back around to that. But the power of the short sentence for 2 reasons. One, it creates dramatic effect, right? You have this short phrase like, it means sadness. It means waiting. It is like the number 9, a muddy color. These short sentences draw us in and have a certain gut punch that slows us down, slows down the cadence, and is beautifully described. So the balance of long and short sentences and the power of the short sentence in your writing is a key element that great writers employ. We also see in this example the short sentence used because, again, we have a younger narrator. So she's staying in character by talking in shorter sentences. Or when she says, Esperanza, or the narrator says, at school they say my name funny. See, the word like funny, or you or I might use a different word, a more advanced word. She's going to say funny because she's a younger narrator. So the short sentence and the vocabulary choice in here fits with the appropriate narration. And the other thing I want to point out is the metaphor, the use of metaphor. Again, a great technique that has to be included in your writing, whether you write fiction or nonfiction, by the way, as long as that metaphor is simple and original. We don't want cliche metaphors that we've read before. And this whole thing is filled with metaphors. But this one here where she says, they couldn't say her name right, as if, my name funny, as if the syllables were made out of tin and hurt the roof of your mouth. I mean, what? Just unbelievable. Who comes up with that? Who comes up with that? So that's the challenge we get by studying great writers like Sandra Cisneros, and I hope that's helpful for you in your writing journey, and I thank you for tuning in. And that is a wrap. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. We are out. That's it. That's all there is.